Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we'll be looking at the ultimate investment guide for phase 3. We'll be looking at everything there is to invest in and everything that you need to look for with prices that you should get it for and all the sort. And we also have a hidden investment, so stick around for that till the end. I only am going to release it on the end because it's just so much information and this is going to take some time to get through. So buckle up and enjoy. Let's get started. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. In order to not repeat what we saw at the beginning of Phase 2, we must think about the prices of Crusader Orbs upon the release of Phase 3. When Ulduar first released, Runed Orbs were a max of 2,500 per, so 2,500 gold per, with needing 6 per craft. With people not being able to spend upwards of 12,000 gold for one item, we saw the materials needed for the gear like Moon Shroud and Spell Cloth and all that not to be sold, and everyone flooded the market thinking everyone had the Runed Orbs on deck or just pulled out their butt, and that really wasn't the case. So we need to realize each piece of gear that comes with Phase 3 or Trial of the Crusader. The patterns require 4 to 8 Crusader Orbs, so we may see a lower start value of 2,000 gold or even below 2,000 gold. We're going to look at transmutes first. That's all coming out in Phase 3. So if you look at all of these right here, they all require specific items to craft. So you'll see each one of these has a blue gem. So like Ayazul needs 3 Forest Emeralds to craft one. And it all goes on a 10-hour cooldown once you transmute. So if you have a transmutation master, keep that in mind. But we'll have another video on that. And obviously the Cardinal Ruby will be, really high in price and everything. So get all the gems you can for cheap and in bulk. And so you'll aim for. So for green, blue, and yellow, you'll want sub 6 gold. And so for the orange, you'll want to get them just below 15 gold or anything lower than that, and you can try to snipe the reds for below 65 gold. And then with all these transmute, you'll see, like a popular one will be Ametrine. So you'll mainly want to invest in Primal Shadow, as they are mostly on the auction house. I had just bought them, but they're usually on the auction house, as you see in market value, for 73 silver, and they vendor for about 60 silver, I believe. So you'll mainly want to look out for those, and they're for sure going to go up in price due to the transmutes. And then you also have Eternal Air, which is, that's just a low price. I should buy these right now, but there's only 2, so I'm not going to worry about it. But you'll want to get those for below 3 gold. Alright, so for the leatherworking, you'll see that all the Ulduar patterns, they require like 3 to 4, 3 Arctic furs, so there wasn't that much of a demand for them per se. But as you see with the Trial of the Crusader, the patterns for these, they require 6, and the big ones require 8, so like the breastplate. So we're going from 3 to 8. So this is a higher demand, so you want to get these just under 20 gold. So we'll check those on my server, 21 gold. So under 20 gold is a good price for Arctic furs. The Ruby and Chittens, you'll want to get these for under 2 gold as well. And then the heavy Borean leather for under 5 gold. Alright, to start off with tailoring. The patterns for tailors, we have 2 requiring 20, one requiring 20, the other one requiring 12 Moon Shroud. So this is probably your best bet for investing into tailoring. So you'll want to get these for about below 90 gold. Ideally these will go up to about 110, 120 gold per. And we'll talk about selling points later on, but we'll get there in a minute. And then, this one right here requires Spell Weave, so you want to get these under 60 gold if you can. And then the other one is Ebon Weave, which is very pricey on my server, so try to aim for these below 100 gold. And there's only one recipe for tailors that require dream shards, so there's not much of a dream shard change, but they might go up in price. So if you feel you want to use all these investing strategies, and go for it, but you want to get these for below 14 gold. And then speaking of, one enchanting materials going into this, this recipe right here is the only pattern in phase 3 that requires a greater cosmic essence, so you want to get these below 18 gold if you want to exercise all these investing strategies. Incoming with phase 3 also includes Jeeves, as you see here. The tiny repair bot that allows bank access, I believe, and then you can sell, buy, and repair with it. And the materials required for Jeeves will go up in price, besides the handful of copper bolt or cobalt bolts you see at the end. You can craft each one of these yourself for a maximum return, or you can just invest in them. So for the first one, we had the field repair bot 74A. You shouldn't have to worry about these, but because they only require 2, and as you see on my server, even at 87%, they are 60 gold per, so I wouldn't even worry about those. And then the field repair bot 74A, or the 110G, you'll need 10 of those to craft these, so you'll try to grab these, prior or below 35 gold, or just craft them yourself. And the last one is the scrap bot construction kit, the bread and butter of the repair bots. You need 20 of these, so if you can, try to grab these for under 5 gold. And then Titan steel bars, we will touch on a little bit more on those with the blacksmithing, so we're not going to worry about that right now. And for the King's Amber, obviously that's not out yet, so you can't invest in that, but you want to be using your alchemy transmute if you have a transmute master on this, possibly. If not, you may hear your friends say King's Amber is where it's at, because it's required in Jeeves. But we'll have more on that in a later video when we talk about transmutation. Alright, so with blacksmithing, you will notice when we go through these that a lot of these recipes require eternal life, so that means eternal life is king now to invest in. This goes for Darkmoon card greatness and the blacksmithing patterns with phase 3. But with the demand in these, it'll put to bed all inscriptionists around with their fancy Darkmoon card greatness farm. You'll want eternal life for the remainder of this phase due to crafting DMCG and these patterns. Invest in it now for below 5 gold per to make the maximum profit. And as you see here, there's 7 gold because Darkmoon Faire is coming up. But other than the eternal lives, the main other thing is the Titan steel bars, and my server, they're just crazy expensive right now. But it require a lot of them, so I've heard, and I've also heard that some servers are having them as low as 40 gold right now, which is insane. But for people like me on my server, we will look for, trying to get them below 70 gold. But if you can, get them for below 40 gold. And if you stuck around for this long, the hidden investments that I was talking about will be with these blacksmithing patterns. The Deadly Serenite Dirk. This is for the plate DPS, so Death Knights, Warriors, and you know how many Death Knights there are. You'll want to get these for below 20 gold, so there's 7 here. There was some for about 18 gold. I got those, and actually I'll be able to show you that right now. Here they are, and here's all my other investments, or the mailbox. Here they are right here. There's 5 more. And then here's all the Eternals that I have invested in, so 240. So we're starting pretty low with those right now. The other thing is Vengeance Bindings right here. Vengeance Bindings, you will want to craft it as it is much cheaper, and actually you probably want to craft the Deadly Serenite Dirk as it is much cheaper to craft both of them. And I do recommend stacking at least 25 of them now, and then before phase 3 hits, try to have about 50 of each. Get those 2 stocked up. Now, a good selling point for all of these items is around the, not right when the phase hits, because people don't have Crusader orbs. People haven't gotten into Trial of the Crusader. So the best thing you can do is you know, when about, I'd say middle of week 2, middle of week 3 possibly, depending on your server and how fast it progresses. Servers like Benediction, you know, beginning of week 1 may be the best time because so many people are getting Crusader orbs. So, but you know, guilds have to be clearing, and once they get Crusader orbs, they're going to be wanting to make their best of slot DPS for or their pumpers. So, you know, week 2 and week 3 is probably your safest bet to sell these investments. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please like and subscribe. My goal is about 500 subscribers, so hopefully to get there soon. So we'll see y'all in the next one.